Oh, look at that face. See, that's a face that makes you want to tune in and smash that like button. So do not go away. Do not go away. You're going to see more of that good-looking face right there. What's going on, guys? A good Sunday to everybody out there. And yep, I was right. I did boomer it. Again, I forgot to mute it. That's just a daily thing with me. Every time I stream, that happens. But what's going on, everyone? I'm Ryan Kinel. This is RK Outpost. And we are here for my normal Sunday stream at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern, or if you're in the Central Time Zone, like some weirdos out there, like one on the panel, you know, it may be 6:30 for you.
Man, you're gonna have all of the state of Texas after your neck.
so you know, I'm from Indiana, and I actually live very close to. Because, you know, a lot of Indiana does business with Chicago, which is right there on the border. And so I lived in a place that was right by same state, but Eastern Time Zone and Central Time Zone, like a county apart. Yeah. So I do think they do the same thing in like Tennessee or something, but it was really strange. But I was always used to switching back and forth, just driving to work and stuff. So, but that being said, we are so happy that you're all here. We won't talk too much about time zones on this stream. This is mostly about Star Wars, and maybe we'll get into a little DC at the end. But I have an amazing guest here today who, I'll tell you what, it was like the thrill of my lifetime to finally get Fatal J to follow me on Twitter after I have been following him for months. He even followed me so he could DM me, and then he unfollowed me. But now he's following me again. We've healed the rift. What's going on, brother?
You got some big YouTubers out there. They say they follow me on Twitter and I don't follow them back. Look, I'm plead the fifth. Twitter is doing some weird stuff. My boy Odin said he accused me of that. He actually hit me up first and said, Fatal, when are you gonna follow me back? Look, man, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, well, it's all rectified now because you're following me. But if I ever check back and I see you're not,
then you know it's me.
There's going to be hell to pay. Yeah.
Yes, sir. But my name is Fatal J. I'm lover of all things Pee Wee Herman. I want to grow up to be like Pee Wee Herman. I want a bicycle like Pee Wee Herman. I want to wear a suit like Pee Wee Herman. Matter of fact, I want to talk like Pee Wee Herman. Okay? So if you talk about Pee Wee Herman, we might have a lightsaber duel. Don't mess with him. I love everything he does.
When did this happen? When did this obsession with Pee Wee Herman take place?
Man, look here. I used to watch Pee Wee Playhouse all the time. And then on top of that, he's such a top tier actor. You ever seen the original Buffy movie?
Maybe a really long time ago, maybe.
Okay, you remember the long hair vampire dude? A lot of people don't know that was Pee Wee Herman.
That's how good really?
Bro, that's how good he acts, man. One of the greatest actors of our time, Pee Wee Herman.
Nice. Look at this comment here. OG Star Wars. Fatal J follows her because she's cool like that. Probably because she's posting all these yoga videos. That's why Jay's following her. Probably.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. I love YouTubers like yourself, Ryan, like OG, like Lord Callis, who's really deep into the Star Wars lore. I have learned so much these last few months from you guys, man. I mean, I thought I was just the number one guy who loves Star Wars in my vicinity, but you guys don't took it to another level, and I like that.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm glad. Callis does great stuff. OG Star Wars with her little coffee talks and her explorations of lore. I feel like just the middleman. So, you know, I just am trying to do what I can to bring the same kind of depth and knowledge that they are. So,
yeah,
that's good. But let's say hi to all these wonderful people in chat today.
Let's do it.
I think some of them got cut off already because StreamYard likes to do that. But we've got Rosetta Allen, one of my new patrons. I'll thank my patrons very soon. But hey, Rosetta, what's going on?
Ooh, Rosetta's off the hook. She do 8-hour streams, bro.
Hey, I know. I did 7.5 on EFAP the other day. So that was yeah. I actually I had to pee pretty bad. In fact, the Senate is here. The Senate is also he watches EFAP. So.
Senate is dope.
He's dope as hell. Doug Kraus, what up, guys? What's going on, bro? We've got the Senate, Spartan Jeremy. I heard some pros were in here, but all I saw was Ryan Kinel, RK Outpost. What gives? I don't know. You must have been misled. You must have been misled. Well, we got Fatal J. He's a pro. We got Ruthie. Everyone says hi to Ruthie.
Man, one of the best supporters in the world, man.
That's true. And she's got her own channel going. She's starting to do videos and stuff for that. Yeah. So wait for that, guys. She's got some good stuff coming out, and we're always going to support her. So
yeah. What up, Benzo?
Benzo's the man. And he reminds me, because I never remind anyone, smash the melee button. And if you're not subscribed, then subscribe. Share the stream out there. Get some more people in here. We got 46 watching. We're going to just keep bumping that number up. So a like and a share helps a lot. Jennifer G. Hi, everyone. Hey, Jennifer. Apollo Patriot. Greek God is here. Daddy Waffle happening.
Man, that's Apollo right. Patriot leaves the craziest comments on your videos. It blows my mind the stuff he writes at the bottom of the video.
Yes, he's crazy, man. He's in my Discord. He's always doing memes. He's got some crazy stuff going on. But Apollo's good people.
Yeah.
And then Rosetta, yeah, you posted something. I think from a screenshot from Lethal's stream. I didn't get a chance to check it out, but I'll have to check it out later. Titan loves car videos. Who doesn't love freaking car videos, man? Everybody does. Yeah. Now something that some people think everybody loves that isn't really true. Baby Yoda. Sharon Marlowe says Baby Yoda's for everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that filming of Oprah, I think.
Bro, I saw a meme of you on Instagram where it had like 3 people in church and they all had all guns pointed at each other.
Yeah.
And one said Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, and Cara Dune. Then they had you on the top of the building sniping everybody.
Yes, I know. That was hilarious. I forget what that's from. It's from a movie. I know the movie, but yeah, Baby Yoda. Spartan Universe is not going to lie. I want to know why you dislike Baby Yoda. I'm curious to see if it lines up with it. I'll get into it. We're going to talk about it. So. To Daniel Gonzalez, what's up, man? Baby Yoda for the trash compactor. That's right. Let's see who else. Trey Courtney, what's up, Trey? Release the Snyder Cut.
What up, Trey? I ain't seen you in a while, buddy.
Oh yeah. Mason W's here. Let's see. Where is your chick representation, you damn toxic boys? Well, it's in the chat. It's in the chat with some wonderful people like OG Star Wars, yourself, Mary Mayhem, Bionic Belly Button, Jennifer G, Sharon's in the chat.
Awesome, ladies.
Oh yeah. To do a little bit of toxic masculinity. Hey, what can I say? We're toxic males. That's what we are. Alex McCarthy's here. What's up, buddy? One of my new patrons as well.
That's dope.
Yeah. Brian McCann. Hail Ryan. Hail Fatal. Hail Brian. Let's see. I hate when this thing skips around on me here.
I know. And then the thing about it is slow too with the chat. Because the stuff we looking at right now, people said that like 10 minutes ago, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
StreamYard be tripping.
Bionic says she's lurking. So let's see. Mecca Lecca Ho Mecca Heiny Ho says Lady T. It says Lady T. So thank you.
Lady T Trasbaskabayaga. I can't say that last.
Taskavag.
Taskavaga.
You said it so confident that I thought that's what it was. And then I looked, I'm like, wait, that's not it.
Bro.
Real streamers use Depends. Yeah, I used a bottle, so just being honest.
And threw it on somebody.
Look at this. Sassy Miss Sarcastic Nerd. I'll subscribe when I feel like it. Well, hopefully I'll make you feel like it tonight, Miss Sarcastic Nerd. So Rev Kev's in the house.
What up, Rev Kev?
Mango. Tyler Mango's in the house. Hell yeah, that's my girl right there. I do not love Baby Yoda. That's what I'm talking about, Jennifer. But Wookiee Supremacy says he does love Baby Yoda. That's why he has to die. Nice. And Borg Porg, I have done 0 Hour with John Talks and Mary. I was, one of the founding members. All right, but I think we're pretty much caught up here. Raging Rhino asked about the TV spot. We'll talk about some of these TV spots with that Jedi mind trick. Yeah, for sure. And real quick, now that we have some people watching, we'll go ahead. I'll thank my patrons so much. I did a Patreon stream. My top tier patrons, we do a stream every month, and we did it yesterday with Teresa Martin, who is my patron, my top tier. So Teresa Martin, thank you so much. We had a great time on stream yesterday with her and her co-host from Insider Mag. And then Mary Mayhem, what an ass, what a bitch, what a cuck. George Big Dick Lucas, Rosetta Allen, huge ass, Seth Saunders, Kyle Hopkins, and Alex McCarthy. You guys are awesome. And I think Fatal is about to give a compliment to Teresa. If I had to guess.
Did you, bro? Do you got the force?
I do.
What the freak? I swear I was about to say something about Teresa Martin.
I know.
Man,
I
that's crazy, bro. Let me find out if you're a Sith Lord or something, because you're supposed to be reading my mind. That's not the Jedi way. You're a Sith Lord, bro. I'm about to watch you. But I'm about to say Teresa Martin is just like Ruthie and Taro G. Like, those are the biggest supporters of the community, bro. I mean, it just amazes me how they support every single person like they do, man. And I just want to say thank you to them. They're really awesome.
Oh yeah, and that's, you know, we are really blessed here. And there was some dude who got his shit wrecked on Twitter yesterday by a bunch of people. I was streaming basically the whole time, so I didn't catch it till later. But some guy said the Phantom Menace has done so much damage to like women and people of color and all this stuff. So it was funny to see just all the ladies of the Phantom Menace come out and say, excuse me, basically. So yeah, we have a great, I don't want to say a diverse group of people because that sounds so lame, but it's true. We're just people that like Star Wars. We're people that like fandom, and we're just upset with the current state of things. It has nothing to do with what we look like, where we come from, any of that crap. So it's awesome to have this community around us. I love it, man.
Yeah, man, with the biggest supporters, everybody help each other. You know, if somebody asking for help, somebody gonna step in. You know, don't nobody have egos or nothing like that. Everybody help each other. So anybody who's talking about the community, they don't know. You know, they just going by what they think, but they don't know. They're not in it. This is the coolest people ever.
Rosetta says I should reorder how I say that, because I say Rosetta Allen and then I say huge ass right afterwards. So I could probably reorder that for you, Rosetta. I can definitely do that. Didn't think about that. My bad. Disintegrate Baby Yoda. I would love Baby Yoda to die miserably. Listen, I'm seeing more people join my movement. Joining my movement. It might not be Jeremy. He might be trying to cancel me for my feelings about Baby Yoda, but that's all right. That's all right, because I have history by my side. But speaking of Baby Yoda, let's talk a little bit about Mandalorian. I know that it's kind of old news. I mean, it came out, at 3 a.m. on Friday, and now it's like old news, even though it's 48 hours later. But what did you think? I gave my thoughts and my initial reaction. For people that aren't sub you and didn't see any of your thoughts so far, Fatal, what did you think of episode 4?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I saw episode 4. I seen them all. I seen episode 4, and I was feeling real good about it. And then I seen the video by Fan Addicts of Film. Not sure if you know him. Do you know him?
I've watched it. I've watched him before. I don't know him too well, but I've watched his stuff.
I don't promote people if they're not dope. He's a dope YouTuber, but he made me look at the episode totally different. I looked at the episode again, and I saw some huge flaws. Like, for instance, the fight between the Mandalorian and Cara Dune. It didn't make sense. Bro, she was punching pure armor. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I made that comment too when I saw it, and like overall, I don't have an issue with that fight. Like I know some people.
I mean, but she must got hands like Mike Tyson, bro.
Some people are some people are really quick to hop on the woke thing right now because we've seen it so much, so they're worried about that. I saw that and I thought that people might say something about it. However, my biggest issue is you see her punch a wall and like wince in pain, but then she punches that Beskar steel and it was like nothing. So that was an issue with the choreography. I agree. They didn't take that into account.
Yeah, because think about it though. Because remember, like in the first episode, he got shot in his shoulder, and he just walked that stuff off. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So surely he'll be able to take a punch if he can take a blaster bolt. So I saw the flaw in that, and then I saw the flaw in the bar winch. Is that okay to call her a bar winch?
Oh, that's all right with me. There's no filters here. There's no filters.
I mean, when he came in there and just started talking to her and asked him who that lady was, she just spilled the beans. I'm like, come on, bro. Do you work for the police?
He flipped her a little coin. He flipped her some credits.
Man, but dang, she just really let it loose. I mean, I saw some problems with that. You know, it was too fast. And that's what a lot of people have issues with the Mandalorian too. 30 minutes might not be long enough, you know? It goes back.
I agree that I was hoping that everything would be a little longer, to be honest. But I was also, asking for more dialogue. After episode 3, which I really liked, one of my criticisms was I wanted more dialogue so we can get more character development. Well, we got a lot more dialogue in this episode, and I didn't really like it.
Yeah, because to be honest, and you're right, bro, it was more dialogue because I can see a lot of people saying this episode slowed down compared to episode 1, 2, and 3, which it did. It did slow down. But it was, at the same time, it was also needed for us to get to know Mando a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree. It just, I guess I just didn't. I don't want to see Bryce Dallas Howard direct another one. I don't know how much of it had to do with her, how much of it was the writing, but the writing, the dialogue seemed rough. So maybe it is just the writing.
Maybe it was just her, because we had Chow do her thing in episode 3. I think episode 3 was the best so far, but this one, out of episode 1, 2, 3, and 4, this one was the least liked by me. Now, don't get me wrong, I still like the episode, but it's the least one so far.
I totally agree with that. I think it's been kind of a roller coaster, right? I think 1 started off really well. I wasn't a big fan of 2. Thought it was like mostly filler, and I obviously didn't like the Baby Yoda reveal at the end. 3 was awesome, really good. Very few complaints, other than just like some general things about the show, like my issues with Baby Yoda, right? But other than that, the episode was incredible. And then this one was a real stinker in my book. I would say maybe a real stinker is not the best way to put it. Like a 4 out of 10 is, I think, what I would rate it.
But this is what I found super dope about the episode, though. The ATST. The way that they did it, we viewed it through somebody's eyes who was super scared. Like you never seen that. To me, I've never seen that before in the Star Wars film. Bro, if you was outside and you seen something like that walking up to you and it was blowing up buildings and streets behind you, just imagine how much fear you would have. And I think this episode really showed that, and I love that.
I agree. I didn't really think about it till you did that, but yeah, you could tell definitely the fear in everybody.
And I mean, and Ryan, it was like in their point of view, like we was looking up to see it. I thought that was cool. They nailed it on that one.
Yeah, Chameleon Prime asked what was with the spooky red-eyed ATST. What I thought it was infrared. That's what I had assumed it was, but then it turned lights on and was scanning. So maybe not. That was just kind of always my assumption, but I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
Speaking of another thing, perfect that you said infrared. I didn't know
the helmet stuff. Yeah.
I didn't know Mandalorian was also like the Predator. Maybe they got the same technology inside their helmets.
Yeah, so it's tough to tell what they're going to do with this Mandalorian. When we're talking about expanded universe and, the previous what is established, there's some really good things that talk about Boba Fett when he's in his helmet and exactly like all the different kinds of things it does. But before I get to that, I got to bring someone on. He's a big YouTuber, guys. He's a really big YouTuber. I know. So you guys,
he better not suck.
I don't think he sucks. I think he'll be good. I hope the views stay where they're at right now, but I'm going to bring him on. I'm going to risk it. Here he is. What's going on, buddy?
And you put somebody who sucked on this channel.
No, I would never. I would never.
No, I'm just kidding. Drunk, you know I love you. You know I love you, Drunk.
No, I know. We stream too much together, Fatal. What's up?
Man, we best buddies, bro. Just keep it real. Just tell everybody we BFFs. Just say that.
Thank you, Ryan, for having me on, brother. Actually, you want to know what's weird? Right now on 60 Minutes, their whole show is talking about YouTube and Copa Kappa, whatever you want to call it, and how they're making changes and all that stuff. So
really? On 60 Minutes, huh?
On 60 Minutes.
So we've got 70-year-old people talking about YouTube.
I know, it's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's weird, right? I'll have to watch the replay and see like what they say. They're showing like pictures of Hitler like right now. So, not to give you a copyright strike, but it's on like on captions. So it's like
nice. I'll have to maybe check that out later, actually.
Peter Ham says I was expecting EVS.
Yeah. No, I was planning on having EVS on, but then I heard Drunk wanted to come on, so we moved things around a little bit.
That's right, man.
That's how you do it.
Somebody says, "Is it Razor Fist?" Well, you said Raisin Fist. Well, that would be cool. But Razor Fist is a freaking
man. The
bomb,
Sentinel has the dopest avatar known to man. Look at that avatar. Is that a robot hawk he has in his avatar?
I don't know how you guys can always see these avatars. It's so freaking small, like for me. Maybe my computer is just small. You guys.
Well, from here, it looks like a robot chipmunk, but I know what it is. It's a robot hawk.
So is it me or Fatal J's pixelated a little bit?
Okay, I knew you was gonna say that. Yes, I'm pixelated right now.
He is a little. Yeah, he is a little.
I know how to make it better, though. I know how to make it better. I'm gonna have to drop out and come back in. You gonna let me come back in, Ryan?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you want to, I'll let you come right. I'll let you slide right back in, Fatal. No worries.
Okay, you got to put a pause behind that one. Say they're gonna get you in the chat. Okay,
I'm ready. Is this my first time on your show?
Okay, let's go. I'm good. I got you back.
Give me 5 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right, buddy. No problem.
Right. Is this the first time I'm on your channel?
No, I think you were on here for my celebration because we had a little beef going on where I had been on your show 3 times and you'd never been on mine.
That's right.
But other than that, I don't think so though.
They call it the Ryan curse when people get pixelated.
I'm not playing. Darth Barbie, I think, is the one who pointed this out first, that it's whenever I'm around, something bad goes on stream. First, it was me. I was the first casualty of war, but ever since then it's just been again and again and again. But so
that's really it must be your electronic personality.
That is true. It's causing a little static interference with everything. I don't know, but it's not just that. I mean, Jesse fell out of his chair. That had nothing to do with being pixelated. Justin Proper's all his shit fell off behind him.
That was awesome. And now I'm like scared. I'm like picking up all my stuff on the ground. I don't want, anything. I still got my setup, dude. Like it's like floating. It's floating in Amazon land. So I've got like shelves and other posters on its way. It's like floating.
I would be so embarrassed if I showed everyone what exactly is around me. So like the frame of the camera, within the frame of the thing, it looks nice, right? I got a nice setup. Everything else looks like a freaking disaster zone.
Oh, dude, I'm not ashamed. Here you go. So I'm like, I got boxes. I got my piano. I got I don't know what's over there. I got stuffed BB-8 and my guitar. Where's my gauntlet? There's my gauntlet. This is for my class, like my job. That's like the backdrop. When I teach science, it's really, I got to move the computer over there. So, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, I mean, you're moving though. You got a good excuse though. You just moved, so.
Yeah, that's true. Look at this person's following me around.
Who is it?
Slide in your DMs, drunk 3PO account.
So is this the new one now that C-3PO has revealed himself?
Well, so on Darth Barbie's stream, look at the picture. If you see that, it's me going down a water slide.
Is it the normal face that they use for your memes?
Yeah, it's the angry face. They need to get a smiley face. So on Darth Barbie's stream, like we were telling stories like when we first met her. And I said, the first time I talked to you, I put like I commented on one of your videos saying, "Hey, you want to do a Star Wars live stream?" And she wrote back like, "Slide into my DMs." And then people were like, "No, she didn't. She didn't say that." So I took the photo, like I found the thing, and I'm like, "Yeah, she said it. Like, look, there it is." But it said something. She said it was a little different. She was like, "Maybe you can slide the DM," something like that. It was a little different than what I said it, and so they were like busting on me a little bit. I was like, "Look, when you tell a guy anything that if you use the word slide and DMs, that's just I'm sorry. There's no other words we think. Okay, it's just how it is."
That's what she meant for sure.
Exactly. She was just trying to be Canadian about it. Canadian about it.
Oh yeah, that's true. But so we're waiting for Fatal to get back, but we just started talking about kind of our thoughts on episode 4, The Mandalorian, and we were just kind of going through it. What were your initial thoughts about it? We both kind of feel like it was a pretty big step back from what episode 3 was, because I think.
Are you talking about episode 4?
Yeah. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah. I knew the whole episode in the first 7 minutes. That was it. Because that has been played out over and over and over, and that made me sad that they threw that in this episode. That is an easy writing, like that's like lazy writing, like to train up poor people to fight the big bad guys. It's been done a billion times. In my review, I talked about the Three Amigos because that was the first thing that came to mind. I was like, man, even the Three Amigos movies did it. So
yeah, it is. It's a pretty basic trope, and that's why I said it. I keep saying it now. I feel like a broken record, but it feels like a CW show. It felt so basic. The plot was so like meh. The dialogue was so forced, and like even the beginning when he's talking to Baby Yoda, like he's like, "No, we got to go to this. We got to get you away from here.
Yeah,
let's find this." He hadn't talked like that to him before.
Yeah,
I guess you can say. Yeah.
It felt super cheesy. Yes. He said, "Don't touch that." Then he touched it. I mean, that was real cheesy. Up to that point before then, everything was quiet between Baby Yoda and Mando. So I can tell it was just directing.
Well, Mandalorians don't normally talk like that.
Yeah, they don't joke.
So I hated the part, and I said this in my review as well, is I can't stand... Like, I like movies, like, at least I get it, it's a fantasy film, but bring in a little more realism. Like, I don't mind the girl beating him up. Like, that's cool. But when you punch someone that has a helmet on, your hand's gonna hurt, man. I'm sorry.
A bulletproof helmet at that.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, I hate when they pull that crap when it's just like, what's the point of even wearing a helmet if I could just punch your helmet and you'll be okay?
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that. Yeah, that is CW. You're right. That is actually a great point. That is CW tactics. It's just like, why bother wearing the helmet at all? If you could just, And
if you watch the fight again, she won. She won, bro. It wasn't stalemate like they tried to make
crap out of him multiple times, and then I guess they just kind of rolled around. But I mean, it's just.
Well, he did pull his gun first. So
yeah, I don't care if she had won the fight, but just make it look like that's like if Ryan if that's like me and Ryan got in a fight and he's wearing a football helmet and I punched him in the helmet and it knocked him out. That makes no sense whatsoever. If I punched him in the helmet, my hand's either going to break or he's just going to be able to stand there and take it. He might get pushed back a little bit, but he's not going to get knocked to the ground. And I don't care how strong I am.
And then look at the many kill counts he had before her. If they get into a brutal fight like that, wouldn't he try to kill her? He wouldn't offer to buy her a drink. He offered to buy her a freaking drink, bro.
That was the thing that was kind of... So I get what that scene's about. That scene, its purpose in life is to establish that Kara is of equal skill levels to Mandalorian, right? That's what they're doing as a very short introduction. So then 30 seconds, that that's her lethality, right? That's how good she is. But speaking of lethality, We have a $2 kangaroo super chat from Lethal Lightning who says, "But love." Thank you, Lethal.
Speaking of Lethal Lightning, the 4 horsemen of Snyder. I just want to let y'all guys know, biblically, it was a 5th horseman.
Well, you know what? We need a 5th, so you're on board, Fatal. I got you. You cover. You
Okay, well,
and then Uche Waneri is
biblically
also. So we can get a 6th, I think.
Yes, it is, drunk. No, it's not. Listen.
Name the 5th horseman in the Bible.
Yeah, there's only 4 in the Bible.
No, it's 5. It's
Name
5.
them.
Okay, the first one was war, right?
Yep.
No, the first one was peace. The first one was peace, war, sickness, death, and something else. Somebody help me out in the chat. Yes, it was. It was 5. It's not 4. It's 5, actually.
Listen. I don't know. I think that there's 4, and I think that Drunk would know.
The 5th horseman of the Snyders.
Look, it can happen. We can have as many. We need as many horsemen as we can get.
People hate when Fatal J says this, but Man of Steel, my favorite superhero movie.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking. We're gonna talk about
keeping
DC.
It real.
We're gonna talk about DC later, man, because JJ is about to go over to Warner Brothers, and I'm not too excited about that. But look at this guy. This guy's name is people who make Jeremy parody accounts suck. It says hashtag cancel Lethal. And then we've got a $2. We got a $2 super chat. I'll go back to it. $2 super chat from Rosetta. You just need to give into the forced romance, Ryan. Yeah, that is another issue I had, was this forced romance. Very CW-ish. What's his avatar? Is it Jeremy?
Yeah, it's a bunch of Jeremy heads on a Jeremy face.
Perfect. But yeah, so we're talking about Cara Dune. Yeah, so you get introduced to her. I agree. It was a little, that was more just some people are saying woke because a woman won. And I think it's more just bad writing or bad directing in general.
It wasn't on some woke stuff. It was just on some make-believe stuff. And I know this is make-believe, but I'm not going to be punching a dude with some armor on. I'm going to be shooting him. You know?
Yeah, and even that won't work because it's Beskar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I guess another issue I had was, like you said, immediately they literally have guns at each other, and 3 seconds later he asks her if he wants to get stew, or she wants to get stew.
And this dude don't vaporize Jawas. You know what I mean?
He cut a Quarren in half in the first episode, who didn't even hit him, was just part of the group that accosted him.
Yeah.
And he was running away like a pussy. And he, pulls him back and cuts him in half. But that's the same dude who's now being like, let's train villagers and be a stepdad to this little baby. It just doesn't make sense. I realize that it does seem like nitpicking a little bit, but it's just things that are bothering me.
Yeah. From what we've seen so far, it just don't seem like Mando. It just don't seem like that's how he operate. Now, maybe it was bad directing, or maybe it was bad writing. Was she a part of the writing too, the writing process, or was she a part of just directing?
As far as I know, just directing. I can pull it up on IMDb real quick.
Well, you know what? We need Miss Chow back because she killed it in episode 3.
She's coming back for episode 7.
Oh, that's dope.
Who got the next one?
Let's see. I think
it's Favreau. Favreau doing another one, or Filoni. I know it's out of them two, because I look on Wikipedia where we can all trust and love.
So what did you guys think of, like, once he got to the village, kind of what they did, how everyone treated Baby Yoda, any of the character development between him, talking about his past and his helmet? What did you guys think of that stuff?
For me, it didn't really do anything. It didn't really do it. Like, Baby Yoda's cute, so yeah, the kids are gonna play with it. So that was all like, it was like a lot of filler, a lot of fluff. I think their big wow moment was, I guess we'll get to that later, was ATST, but I guess him trying to like explain Mandalorian lore and religion and stuff about not taking the helmet off in front of people and things like that. It was really odd because later on he almost takes it off for somebody he just met. It was like really weird. He's like, yeah, it was almost like he was crying underneath the helmet. And she's just like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna slide it off. And once I do it, you're stuck here. So
yeah, it was so like it's this typical like kind of, and this is why I said I told somebody this is made for 17-year-old girls, because it's like they finally see this hard man who is like a father figure, and they want to like soften him up and domesticate him, right? That's kind of like what it felt they were going for, which yeah, I wasn't into it, man.
But that's the exact same plot as everything else. Just like I said, even Three Amigos train the villagers. El Guapo shows up. They kill everyone off. And then they were like, you can stay and live with us. You're the hero and we need you. And they're like, no, we can't stay. We got responsibilities.
They also stole that from Lord of the Rings, especially the beginning. When the alien race came in to raid the villagers, that was orcs, bro, from Lord of the Rings. That's all that was.
Well, those are established. I don't know if it's been there.
I know it's established aliens. I know it is, but bro, when you just nail it down to its simplest form, those was orcs from Lord of the Rings raiding helpless villagers, just like the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we can't. So there's almost no like completely original things out there, right? So everything you can derive to some extent that was a shot like this. I do agree that when people say, when you complain about the story that you feel like it's been done a million times and you don't want it, they're like, but Seven Samurai, it's from Seven Samurai.
Yeah, that was the first one.
And they're like, I just don't see that as a defense for something. You know, just because something's like that doesn't mean that because you use this to inspire you that I have to like it.
You know what? If you gonna copy,
yes, absolutely. Can you read the super chat?
Thank you. I'll accept the praise. Now stop. I didn't do anything special. You're an amazing person. I just happened to catch you at the right time. I'm a busy person, as you know, so it just was the right place, right time. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing that. Listen, man. Yeah, we all go through storms in life. The storm's got to end sometime. It will eventually end sometime. So just keep pushing through. Just keep pushing through. I know it might feel like years. The storm will end sometime. It's just that's just human life. It's just
wounds don't last forever, baby. They gotta heal. You know?
Yeah, it's just it's how it is. So you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. Now go bother somebody else.
Yeah, so for $5 she said, now make Drunk take props for helping me through a very rough time. And I saw Drunk send a bunch of people to her chat, so I can I remember
I didn't really do anything. So it was the good people in my chat that went over and did that for you. So,
but you know what? Not the Fandom Menace, not the menacing Fandom Menace that hates everybody.
Yeah, we hate women, we hate everybody, we hate. Look at this. Where do you get these people in your chat? Look at this one. Jeremy Griggs is a literal freaking god.
Look at that. Well, Rosetta for another $2. Let me punch helmet. I'll break my own fingers.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. But yeah, Jeremy Griggs is a literal freaking god. He's like dressed up in a throne. Jeremy is greater than Drunk.
I got no words.
Yes. But I guess that I
was okay with that scene y'all talking about though. When he took off the helmet, we need to see the flaws in him. And I mean, this right here wasn't a flaw. We just need to see a human side of him.
Yeah, but Jay, we've seen. Listen, we've seen he's a very flawed character, and I think that's fine. He's gotten his ass beat basically every time he's been in a fight, except for that like first scene. You know, other than that, he's needed help to get out of a situation.
I gotta tell you, man, I don't. From what I know from the Mandalorian, I don't. I kind of wish there was more mystery. Like I think they're giving out too much.
Yeah, they is going hard, and I didn't think they was gonna go so hard with the Mandalorian lore. I mean, the Mandalorian culture. I mean, they going hard every episode. Like, I didn't know that joint about if they take off the helmet, that they can no longer be Mandalorian. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, you know why you didn't know that, Fatal, is because they're fucking making it up. Right? We've seen in Clone Wars and Rebels, that Mandalorians are walking around all over the place with their damn helmets off in front of outsiders and all this stuff. Now, I have heard the argument that maybe it's just a rule for foundlings. Foundlings being the someone that's taken into Mandalorian culture that wasn't born into it necessarily. So they're adopted into it, and maybe it's just a rule for them. But that doesn't, if that's the way it is, then I feel like they should have done a better job explaining that. It certainly seems like that's just how they're talking about Mandalorians in general. So when did this long-standing tradition start? 10 years ago? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. It's strange. Filoni's working on this episode. Filoni's the one that had them all walking around in Clone Wars and Rebels with no helmets on. So I'm not sure.
All right, let's see what happens next.
Yeah, but again, if you're saying that you can't take your helmet off, no one can see you without your helmet on, and then immediately 10 seconds later go and sit down in an open window 10 feet away from the entire village and take your helmet off while you eat your breakfast, like I don't get it.
But we still got hope because they haven't shown his face yet. You know, I don't want to see his face none this season.
Oh, you're gonna see it. It's in the preview, isn't it?
No.
Isn't it the guy from Rogue One?
No.
Cassian Andor? No, it's Pedro Pascal is the guy playing him.
You watch Game of Thrones?
Wasn't Pedro in Rogue? Oh, Game of Thrones. He was the swordsman in Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah, the dude with the wilt. Remember, he had the wilt.
Yeah, okay.
And he tried to kill the mountain, but the mountain ended up killing him.
Well, he did kill the mountain, to be fair. They just like resurrected him or something.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen Game of Thrones in so long.
All right, you've got a troll here. Brianna Wilson is here.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Trolled me during my video game.
Oh, well, maybe she was just trying to help you. But Rosetta says, fine, no praise. You guys are toxic males. So toxic. And Brianna Wilson. Brianna Wilson's awesome. That girl in Rebels, wasn't she a Mandalore walking around there? Well, Sabine, you can argue that maybe she kind of left Mandalorian culture. I can see that argument. And that's totally fair. But when she goes back to her family, all of them are freaking walking around with no damn helmet on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's Filoni baloney. Thank you, Chameleon Prime. I agree with you. I agree.
Did you see Dash Twitter where he tweeted out the episode in Clone Wars where where Obi-Wan they helped the village? I was like, wow, it is.
I'm just to blow Ryan's mind real quick, real fast, and then try to change the subject. Ryan, is you ready?
I'm ready.
Jango and Boba Fett is not Mandalorian, right?
There was a retcon that said that, yes.
You were supposed to say yes. Did you say yes?
I said yes, yeah.
Okay, they're not Mandalorian, right?
Yes.
Darth Vader?
Because Filoni made a mistake and made George Lucas have to come out and say that they weren't Mandalorian. Yes.
Okay, now hold that thought, because I'm supposed to blow your mind, and then I'm going to leave it, and we can go back to the subject. Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine are not Sith. Okay, what's the next subject?
The next
what the dude, you have the most random chat. There is a drunk Barbie.
Drunk Barbie. Why did you make Darth Barbie uncomfortable?
That's half of my face and half of her face on the avatar.
Look, I wish I had trolls in my stream.
Who has time for all this?
No, trolls make the stream dope.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
I don't know if those are trolls, but
Drunk, you chase your trolls away. Remember our little friend who has sleep streams?
The inside joke.
Fatal has to blow your mind. Thank you, Rosetta.
I'm just saying, Darth Vader.
Jacked up.
I'm just saying, Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. If you want to go by the EU, they're not official Sith.
Why do you say that?
Because the Sith are a race of red people.
Well, okay. If you want to say that, that's true. How that is where the Sith name, like you said, I know you've been reading freaking Tales of the Jedi.
I've been reading hard.
Yeah, that is where the Sith name originated. Was a group of red-skinned aliens from from the unknown regions, basically, that hadn't been explored. And when a group of Jedi were sent packing on their way because they disagreed with a bunch of stuff that the Jedi Order believed in, they got sent and banished, and they landed on this planet, and they became lords of the Sith.
Yeah.
And then so they just started being called Sith.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, you and Callus, boy, y'all been I've been doing my homework, man.
Yeah, but they're still Sith, right? But
yeah, I still consider them Sith. I like the Sith culture. I love it. So I'm just messing with you, man. I'm having a little fun tonight. I'm glad I'm here.
And Maverick, I saw a couple of people saying, Django from Concord Dawn means he is a Mandalorian. And so Maverick brings up, this is what happened, literally. Just because from Concord Dawn doesn't make a Mandalorian. He just found the armor and helmet thanks to Dave Filoni. Yeah, and that is how it was written, that Django just found the Mandalorian armor. And yeah. So, but, that's what it is. Can't change it, unfortunately, because it's canon now. Rosetta Allen says, for $2 says, have fun. I gotta go. Drunk, you are amazing. Ha! Thank you, Rosetta. Appreciate your support. You are awesome.
Thanks, Rosetta.
So, with all of this being said, first of all, somebody wanted to know my thoughts on Baby Yoda and why I hate him so much. So I'll do that now, since we have a lot of people here in chat. I'll go ahead and do that now. There are,
man, what the freak is going on with your life, bro? See,
problems.
That's what happens when you talk about my pixelated screen. Now you can't get your stuff right.
Streams with Ryan, something happens, and I was like, nothing's gonna happen to me. My freaking light is broken.
And that's one of them makeup lights, bro. What is you doing with one of them?
He's starting a new channel, so he hasn't told you guys. It's Makeup with Jay. It's it's makeup tutorials. He's trying to get a whole new audience. So.
Dude, it's literally broke.
If you did a makeup tutorial and put it on Geeks and Gamers, do you have any idea how many views that would get?
Bro, that would be a billion
probably
views.
My normal. That's probably what it would be.
I think it'd be higher.
Me too.
I think it'd be my normal.
Lethal for $2. About to put something in G&G chat. You need to see. Well, I'll have to check that out, Lethal. Boom, boom, boom. I will pull it up just to stand by for that. But so my issues with the little baby Yoda. Oh yeah, so I did see that, Lethal. I heard that Gal Gadot is supposed to make an announcement. I don't think that that's it. I think it'll probably be something else. But people can always speculate. It's a thing for Wonder Woman, but they said along with the trailer, she's supposed to be there to make some surprise announcement.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're going to do that at the Brazilian Comic-Con. I don't see that happening, but maybe.
Bro, I am so freaking hyped for Wonder Woman. Like, that's like my number one anticipated movie for next year. That's going to blow. It's going to blow the socks off a lot of superhero movies next year. I'm telling you.
I hope. I have my speculations about what'll happen, but we'll see. Zack Snyder was pretty heavily involved in the first Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah, but Patty Jenkins was there from the jump with the movie, right?
Well, yeah. So Zack cast Gal as Wonder Woman, and was like him and Deborah Snyder, his wife, were very a big part of writing that entire movie and everything. So.
But you gotta admit, bro, Patty killed it though. Patty killed it.
It was a good movie. We're gonna see what happens when you remove.
Ryan, you can't say anything. Okay, you have to, because as soon as you said makeup tutorial, my Twitter is blown up.
Well,
bro, you the one showing the makeup light. You the one showing the makeup.
Fell over, and now it's not adjusted right. Oh, geez.
My wife has one of those, bro. That's all I'm saying. What the freak are you doing? And the memes are coming tomorrow.
They're already here.
U.S. Dutch Kitty is drunk. 3PO going to premiere his makeup tutorials for his channel after episode 9 comes out. Find out alongside Ryan Kinel and Fatal J. Awesome. But so back to little baby Yoda. I don't like Baby Yoda. I've actually had some people being like, you talked about killing a baby. Like some people have actually reacted that way. I'm obviously being a little hyperbolic. This is entertainment, right? We're having fun. It's fun to play that. I do dislike Baby Yoda greatly not because he's cute, because I agree he's cute or whatever, but that's not going to make me overlook some things.
Go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
Well, he makes a couple issues for me. I'm worried that he could tarnish the legacy of some characters like Yoda. For instance, if he is the offspring of Yoda, that means that, again, for the second time, we have a legacy character in a Dave Filoni involved thing that has had their reputation kind of sullied, because Obi-Wan was also very against attachments, yet he has this whole love thing with Sabine or Satine. I kind of get confused. And then Yoda would have that same thing. Another person who railed against attachments, that all of a sudden it comes out, oh, well, they did actually have an affair or were in love or whatever. So that could be an issue.
That's true, because I can understand Obi-Wan. I could understand him. But Yoda was the #1 teacher of don't bang other chicks while you're a Jedi.
Right. And so,
I mean, that's it. That was him. That was him,
Exactly. So that could happen. They could, if they make this a clone of Yoda and some sort of chosen one thing, which I've heard thrown around a lot, because the times match up, for he was born right around the same time that Anakin was when you're looking at galactic history. So could that be an effect? Could they be trying to have a new chosen one, happen?
I honestly think it's a clone, because the scientist in episode, whenever he rescued the baby, the scientist had the same patch on as the Camino cloners. So he had like the same jacket and the same patch that you find in Attack of the Clones.
Right.
So that
I definitely think they want to clone him for sure. 100%. They were taking samples from him and everything to clone him, in my mind. But where did he come from is the question.
This is my question, Ryan. How did he get at that position of? Remember, Mando found him in that camp with those other mercenaries. How did he get captured? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm going back to.
It's really simple, because I'm about to blow your hat off, Fatal J.
Okay.
Are you ready? You ready?
Yes,
this
sir.
This is why this series was created. I'm telling you. This is it. Y'all can clip this, put it on your channels. This is knowledge right here. The Last Jedi came out, screwed up the fandom. They were planning the Boba Fett movie. I'm just looking at all the troll accounts.
I see where you're going.
They were gonna make the Boba Fett movie. They canceled that. I think this was actually a write-off. Like, they had an outline and they just kind of like reformatted it. Mm-hmm. They are using this to help episode 9. #1, they use. I know. What a freak.
And that's your face, bro. Bro, that's you.
I know. I don't. Whatever. So, you're gonna have to start super chatting if you're gonna use my face. But they're giving us the Baby Yoda thing is a cute thing that everyone was gonna fall in love with. That's what they thought Porgs were gonna be, like the cute toy. Actually, Porgs was the #1 selling toy. From The Last Jedi, that's fact. Like, if you look at all the toys sold, Porgs was way #1. Like, it wasn't even a competition. It was Porg stuff. So, I mean, look, little kids, cute, cuddly, whatever. So that was the thing. They're showing Yoda, the little Yoda, to use certain type of force tactics, and everyone's gonna be okay with it. Okay, like trying to heal the Mandalorian. When we see Rey heal someone in episode 9, it's not going to be a new thing. It's going to be like, oh, we saw that in the Mandalorian, so it's okay. So I'm telling you, they're using that to correlate what is happening in 9. Now, I believe that they're using, because in episode 9, they're hinting a lot. They're using the Aftermath series, which is terrible, but they're using the Aftermath series, which also, it looks like a lot of the stuff in here, it's coming out of the Aftermath series. If you haven't read the Aftermath series, I'll save you $10. It's
from Chuck Wendig.
Yeah, it's basically it exposes that the Emperor Palpatine had a cloning facility on Jakku where he was trying to clone Force users. So apparently he had Luke's hand that was cut off from Empire Strikes Back,
which is straight from the expanded universe.
Yeah,
straight from the expanded
universe. And so and also he had Yoda's cloak from episode 3 when Yoda fell. So there's hair fibers and whatever fibers he needs to.
I see what you did Yoda. There.
So it wouldn't surprise me that the Empire wants this baby back so bad from the Mandalorian that this was a clone that the Emperor was trying to make. The reason why the Emperor needed to make these things, not only for an army, but he's figured out a way to take his essence per se and pour into other type. They got to be strong with the Force figures.
That's what I was thinking. So he was going to put it in Baby Yoda.
It was possibility, or he was trying to grow an army of like seriously heavy thing. That's my theory. But
okay, I admit though, that's awesome that you said that, because I never thought about that. They're going to use the coolness of this show for what they already had planned in episode 9.
Well, of course, because
that's exactly what I said. That's what I said at episode 2. Once we saw that huge Force use thing, I'm like, I can see what they're going to try to do to justify everything that we see from Rey. And then also, like you said, with it being episode 7, this random episode 7 on Wednesday, then Rise of Skywalker, and then episode 8 the week after Rise of Skywalker. It makes sense that they're trying to do a tie-in.
The biggest leak that and all these little trailers I was showing, like, leaks are so true. It's like, it's crazy that whoever got a hold of like Finn's script probably made copies and threw it all over the internet. But the one scene that's all right, to potential spoilers leak of episode 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, is Rey stabs Kylo Ren really bad. On that one scene where they're on the Death Star fighting, Rey beats him. Hey, guess what? She beats him again. And she uses the
third time.
Yeah, she uses the Force to heal him. And so we've never seen Force healing in the movies yet. Yeah. Even though they are, I mean, it is in the expanded universe and on other things. But so for them to put that in the show where now we've kind of seen it, and then you see Rey do it, it's supposed to have less of a backlash effect than this whole, Rey didn't have training. Well, neither did Baby Yoda. He's so cute. He didn't have training either, and he's trying to heal people, and he's lifting up rhinoceroses, and he's doing all those things. So I guess it works that way. You get what I'm saying? Like, so Ryan is right. When I heard Ryan say that, I was like, I just, the blinkers went on. So I'm getting roasted in the chat. I get roasted in all my chats. What are you saying? Jack is here. I love you, Jack. I'm gonna punch you right dead. No, I'm not gonna do that to Jack. I love Jack.
He's a minor, I think. So don't.
Marissa says I'm not drunk though. How do you know? That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think she was saying that didn't happen. WTF? You believe that PRBS? Pathetic. Well, not you though. Yeah. So she's talking about the script. A lot of people think that whole script leaking thing was all like a publicity stunt, what they did with John Boyega.
Yeah, because he seemed like he was a little bit too happy to admit something like that.
It's just too. The one scene where Rey is screaming out at Chewbacca, like out of terror.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too close to like what we read.
Oh, it's that is exactly those Reddit leaks. I have no doubt. Now there could be some things change in reshoots, specifically the ending, probably.
Yeah,
I think we might see some different stuff, but
reshoots.
Yes,
that's why they did reshoots, bro. Because the script was out there, it was too legit. They had to change it up. Look, filming stopped last week? It stopped last week, bro. They had to change it up.
Yeah, exactly. And I think probably Listen, we've heard a bunch of stuff about test screenings. Then they specifically put out that we did screenings with friends and family or something like that to like directly try to say, well, we did screenings, but they're just completely misunderstanding whether they happen on a grand scale or not, or whether they just saw the reaction of everybody that saw these leaks. Like that's to me would be like, if you leak this, it was kind of like the Sonic thing. You put the trailer out and people were like, boo, that's awful. And they reacted and changed it. You put a script out, the script gets leaked and people are like, oh my God, this is really how it ends. Are you kidding me? I could see them just taking it based off of that. But let me grab a couple super chats real quick. This is not going the way you think. For $4.99, thank you. Baby Yoda is a clone. They're going to tie it to Rise of Skywalker and the Emperor. Exactly. They're taking so much stuff from the EU, man. It just drives me crazy. RC from the NYC, my bro, $10. What's up, RK? What up, Drunk? What up, Fatal J? Hope everyone's holiday weekend went well. Hashtag candy corn still sucks. Hashtag go Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
So that's like
RC.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I don't like that.
RC, you the homie.
Oh yeah, RC's awesome.
Candy corn is waxed with sugar. That's it.
That's true, and there ain't enough damn sugar. And then who has time to make these troll accounts? Drunk 3PO for Australian $2 says hashtag cancel drunk.
Oh, that's a clue. Someone from Australia.
And anytime it's anyone from Australia, people are like, oh, it must be Lethal Lightning. That's what people say. But then he says, I'm not the only freaking person that lives here, right? So
it's probably Lethal Lightning.
But I do think that
Brianna.
it's just going to be an absolute crap show when this comes out. And this is all right. So I never really even got done finishing why I don't like Baby Yoda. It's because this is what I saw happening. I saw someone who is an infant. Clearly, he's literally eating parts of the damn ship. He's an infant. All right. If they want to come and find somebody to explain to me how he's had training, then I'll listen. But I'm not going to write the story for them. I'm not going to do the explaining for them and try to connect these dots. I refuse to do that. Disney has not earned that benefit of the doubt. And I didn't want this show, and this is based on me, right? This is something me. This is my perception of it, what I thought going into it. So this is partially my fault, but they marketed it this way. I thought that this was going to be about a Mandalorian, about the dark side of bounty hunting, about a dark hero story. That is the perception that I had. That is how I feel it was told to us. We were told this would have nothing to do with the Force. We were told that by Jon Favreau. And then for it to so quickly introduce a drastic use of the Force like they did, and for it to be Big Daddy in space with the entire plot revolving around the child, it's a problem for me. Now, I do think the show is good overall, but I'm not going to just accept it because he's cute. I'm not going to look it over, and I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to keep talking about it. And I'm sorry if that bothers people. I'm not just going to like it because it's cute. I'm not just going to like it because it's Star Wars.
But I think that's where people get upset with, I guess you'd say, negative reviews, because not that even your review was negative. My first review was, I didn't think it was negative, and people were like, they wanted to fight me because I didn't love the show. I get this weird sense that people are just so hungry. Like, we are so hungry for something decent in Star Wars that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that it's just like we get a little taste that's not, the first episode didn't have any wokeness in it or anything like that. And it's just like, oh my goodness, this could be something that we have been waiting for forever. So, but I agree with you. Like, as an overall show, I got no, I got no issues with it.
Yeah, I think the show is.
But you know what? You know what? In 3 to 5 years, I might not watch it ever again. Like the original movies, I watch them like every month. I'll watch a Star Wars film almost every month, maybe even twice a month. But this I'm not sure that I'll go back and rewatch the season again, because there's nothing really There's nothing really like over it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. It's just okay. It's a decent show, and that's it. I like lightsabers. I like Jedis. I like Sith. I like things like that. That's what I want. So
I like Mandalorians.
I think the show was dope, but I'm like Ryan. I didn't know they was gonna go so hard with the Force. Like you said, I didn't even think the Force was gonna be in this. Now I'm expecting by the end of the season a full-out Jedi to pop up with a lightsaber or a lightsaber popping up in some way, some form. I mean, they are going super hard in every single episode. I wasn't expecting the Force at all. And we get the Force on the second episode, and it might have been the first episode, truthfully.
As soon as I saw it was Yoda, I knew that's what they were gonna do.
But I mean, you remember when he was touching Mando's hand, Baby Yoda and Mando? Remember IG-88 got blasted?
Mm-hmm.
From that standpoint, it looked like Baby Yoda made the bolt go back and hit him.
People are saying give it time. Listen, I'm enjoying the show. Where do you hear me not say I hate the show? Where do y'all hear me say that? I'm enjoying the show, but I'm just
got an opinion about some things, man.
I'm just telling you, it doesn't have the weight of a Star Wars that I mean, it just doesn't hold that weight.
It's not perfect, but it's fun. It's not perfect.
It's good conversation. Are they screwing up the lore? Of course they are. I expected that going in, and now that they have like Ewoks coming back for 9, it's going to be an Ewok Baby Yoda thing show. Oh, hey, Gary. How are you, buddy? Hey,
Gary's here.
Thanks for the candy corn shout out today, Gary.
Oh, thank God.
Man, no.
Thank you, Gary.
Please tell me at least someone paid him to say it.
Thank you, Gary.
So you telling me Nerdrotic is down with candy corn too?
It's a generational thing. Fatal. But he says, and I agree. Yeah, I agree. Nerdrotic says Disney Star Wars has not come close to earning the benefit of that, and I agree. And I'm sick of. Crazy Eye Jedi said the species itself has a racial memory surrounding the Force. That is nowhere to be found in any source. That's all. Like, if you can tell me where you found that, I'd love to hear it. That's kind of like a Kamasi thing almost from the EU, but I have never seen any source that says that before. However, what I will say is that the whole benefit of the doubt thing, and I hear a lot of people saying give it time, and I'm waiting to judge it to the end of the season. That's not how we consume stuff, right? I'm not going to watch an entire 26 episode run of Law and Order SVU before I say before I determine whether I'm gonna watch any more of it, or before I critique it at all. I'm not just gonna consume it and enjoy it and say, well, I'll wait to the end to be critical. I'm gonna tell you what I think my problems are, and if they answer one of those problems, I'll come right up and tell you, hey, I had an issue with this, but they completely showed me exactly like how that makes sense, and I'll tell you that. And that's what I'm waiting for.
I didn't see no flaws until episode 4, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Everything was looking on point until episode 4. I had to rewatch it over and over again, but I seen them. They were there.
And I said this on Gary's stream the other night is, there's you see a couple people talking about the politics and saying that it's woke. I think that might be like 10% of people going there. There's something, if you look and you reach, I can understand where you're coming from, but mostly I don't think it's woke. Not yet.
It's not woke, and I'm gonna tell you why it wasn't woke. He landed some punches on her too. If it was completely woke, he would have never hit her. You know what I'm saying? She would have been just like Rey, untouchable.
The issue of wokeness is things like this is what they're talking about. Mandalorian's like, who can fire a gun? None of the men are scared, but it's the woman who raised her hand to get the gun. That's what they're talking about in some of the woke. It's the little subliminal things here and there where the women are standing up to say, I'm better. Give the man a stick because he's dumb. All right, give the woman the gun. I didn't say that, so don't roast me in the chat. I'm just saying, like, that's what I read. What I find interesting is that the Last Jedi lovers, not all of them, okay, but the ones that come after us for calling this crap out are actually angry with the show. And it's, you know, and then there's an article came out with Forbes magazine like 2 days ago, and they were saying like the Mandalorian has kept something like no one's fighting over the Mandalorian, and it's very weird for Star Wars. It was a very interesting article about that, where it's just kind of like, yeah, we're debating it, but no one's like overall hating it. And it's a different take for Star Wars. And they go on to roast, you know, like they just say like that's why you got to get Kennedy out of there, and you got to get all these people out of there, because they are capable of probably putting something decent together that doesn't have any like identity politics or all this push and all this stuff. That they're capable of putting something together that we could like talk about, and maybe have a smaller percentage hate it than overall, but which is really sad to me. That's why like I've said this a million times, I'm speaking for myself. I will never ever pay money. I will never spend a dime of my money to watch anything Rian Johnson makes. I just won't. He's already like come after me for whatever reason, because The Last Jedi ruined my favorite character of all time. I don't know how you retcon that. I don't know. So
now he want to direct the Mandalorian episode.
Yeah, so I'm not paying a dime. Like Knives Out, go see it, whatever. But 19K Fox put out a review, and he asked me to watch, because I told him I'm not even going to watch reviews for Knives Out. I'm just personal protesting Rian Johnson. I'm not asking anybody else to do it. Let's be clear on that. And put out a great review saying Knives Out was decent, which proves that he could make a decent film. So why couldn't he do that with Star Wars? And you just kind of like, exactly. It just shows that there's something bigger that they're trying to inject into Star Wars, which really aggravates the crap out of me. Well, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's awful.
I hear you. At the same time, I do think that Rian Johnson was handed the keys to the car and said, do your own thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
If he was, and that's the problem. And let me get this super chat real quick, because it's been a second, and Space Window is a really good dude. So for $10, Space Window, who go check out his channel. He does this ridiculous stuff with lightsabers. It's crazy. Bad writing. The Mandalorian travels to a hidden planet, and an inhabitant of the new planet says the same thing as Nick Nolte said on the OG planet. If half of what I've read about Mandalorians are true, that's true. That is exactly what he said. I didn't even think about that.
So my closing point is this. It was,
thanks for the super chat, Space Window.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you. My closing point for all that bullcrap that I just said was, they just need to find people that know Star Wars to make their Star Wars stuff. That's all. Like Rian Johnson doesn't know Star Wars. You're giving someone who doesn't know Star Wars to make a Star Wars film. That's stupid.
Well, that's why they talking about Kevin Feige and Jon Favreau. I'm pretty sure on down the line, the next trilogy is going to be by Jon Favreau.
Yeah, but again, like, do they know Star? Like, okay, so we're happy with a TV show. I'm just saying, listen, I'm not throwing them under the bus. We're happy with a 20 to 30 minute TV show that really hasn't given us anything but an ATST, you know, an IG-88 that was spinning around. Okay, that was cool. All that special effects, cool stuff. But that's all I'm saying. To give them a trilogy is that's a different pizza pie, man. That's a different pizza pie.
Well, you know, people can throw darts at Fatal. You know, that's what y'all do to me anyway, and I like it. But
what are you talking about? I'm not throwing darts at you.
No, I'm just saying for the people to chat for what I'm about to say. Episode 1, 2, 3 killed it. Episode 4 tanked. I was expecting that. I'm not expecting it to be flawless all the way through, but I'm still gonna hold my tongue because we got 4 more episodes left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
half the season.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait now. If episode 5, 6, 7, and 8 are garbage, then I'm gonna go in. But it's in between right now. Episode 4 was a letdown, but I still got a shred of hope. They might kill it these next 4 episodes.
This is what, like, when you said it earlier, people are so hungry, right? When you're in the desert, when you're in the desert dying of thirst, someone can hand you anything to wet your whistle, right? And it'll be good.
True.
Right. And that's what we're seeing right now with Star Wars. You're having people saying, give Deborah Chow a trilogy. Literally, people are saying that after a 30-minute episode, which was a really good episode. But people are they want Star Wars to be good.
We're so desperate,
badly.
man. That's all.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Is like we're so But again, getting back to Rian Johnson, he basically ruined. He freaking ruined like the Mandalorian anyway. He did
ruin it.
By his spoiler.
Yeah,
I guess.
But he does that. That's what he been doing.
I
can
never give this guy a penny of my money. I can't.
Well, what was
even
his
if he
praise,
gives
though?
Star Wars trilogy, I have a Star Wars channel. If they give him a Star Wars trilogy and I'm still on YouTube, I'll just be like, y'all enjoy it. Like I'm not.
He flat out said this, bro. He said, I'm gonna change the game, and I don't care if it pisses people off. That's what he all about.
And I can keep my money in my pocket. Listen, after Endgame, I haven't given Disney a dime of my money. I haven't seen any of their movies. I haven't seen any of their restate. That's my own personal choice. I do have and listen, people crap me all the time because I got an annual pass. So they're like, yeah, but you got an annual pass. What's the difference? I'm just saying, I do what I can, but it's just like, I do it with my money, what I want. And I just I don't want to give him anything else. I'll watch it when it comes on TV. If it comes on TV.
John, don't ever let me go to your house because I'm going to steal that Conan the Barbarian sword behind you. And Ryan, don't ever let me come to your house because I'm going to steal that Luke and Obi-Wan poster. This
was given to me while I was in China speaking at a college there on an English thing. So this is a real deal. This thing is heavy as all get out. So it was presented to me as a gift from the college.
Hey, what did you do? Save some kids? Save some kids out of a burning building or something?
But what happened was it was fine while I was in China, but I couldn't take it on a plane back to America, like, hey, I got this thing on the plane. So they shipped it back. And when I got it, it was like the case was broken and so I had to go get it repaired.
Bro, let me find out you saved a village from some kung fu fighting monks or something.
Probably.
Jeez.
It was part of a some TV series that they did over there where they needed someone to train up a village.
That's not my greatest possession. My greatest possession of all time is an autographed photo of Hulk Hogan. Nothing is better than that.
That's pretty cool.
Nothing says America than Hulk Hogan.
Is that pre N-word controversy or post?
Yeah.
Look here, this Hulk Hogan. You can forgive
NWO days. This was like.
You can forgive Hogan for saying the N-word, bro. With those 20-inch pythons, bro.
This is like WrestleMania 5, man. I'm just like,
bro, look, Hulk Hogan dropping the N-word. Me as a black man, I can forgive him. That's the Hulkster, bro.
There you go.
Legendary.
Completely forgiven. Vince, bring him back. Bring him back, Vince. Come on. But to Australian super chat from Miss Sarcastic Nerd Created Drunk Army. Blame Miss for these parody accounts. I'm lethal.
Oh, that was her? That. Miss, you crazy, man.
That's lethal lightning right there.
That's what he said. That said it's lethal. And then Orville Nation. What's going on, Orville Nation? Great dude. Fourth episode was the first to really have females in it. Favreau has purposely avoided Kennedy wokeness requirements by doing some all-male episodes.
Orville Nation, you had the dopest stream the other night, and then you just froze, bro. You was just like this.
But yeah, I don't know if that was intentional or not. And listen, the women didn't bother me. The forced romance bothered me. Cara Dune, I think, is really awesome. I like Cara Dune.
Yeah.
I wish that I would like to see more of her. So we'll see what happens.
She'll be back. She'll be back. Remember on the trailer, she was shooting that Gatling gun.
Yeah, exactly. She'll be back. Other characters will be back too, as far as I'm concerned. So we'll see what happens. But thank you, Orville Nation. Appreciate it. And then Space Windu, right, says Mandalorian should be the worst of Star Wars. A TV show should be the worst of Star Wars. Meanwhile, it's the best part of it. Yes.
I can understand that statement.
Yeah. And then Pinky Muscle says, sorry for trolling earlier. I don't know what you were doing, Pinky Muscle. But it's okay. No apologies needed. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Listen, I've said over and over again that I think Mandalorian is fine and that it's good, and that it's a step in the right direction from the pits of hell that we were in, right? We're trying to climb back out. Rian Johnson, that's what I was going to say to your point. Rian Johnson, he can make movies that are interesting. Like Looper, I liked Looper fine enough.
Looper was a dope movie.
He did some good episodes of Breaking Bad.
He just doesn't know Star Wars. That's the thing.
That's
I
the thing.
think
You can't.
And I don't think.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Phil.
bro. We said it at the same time.
Right.
I think I'm gonna be real fast, Ryan. I don't think
go.
he can handle a multi-million-dollar movie like Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? I think he just needs to stick to the little small stuff.
I think he can. Here's the thing. He can't do. You can't let someone write the movie that's going to have their completely own take on it and not supervise them, not do anything. Just let them do whatever. True. In part 8 of a 9-part saga, right? Where the first 6 were directed by one person. You can't do that. You can't have your take.
He thought he was changing the game. Ryan, he thought he was changing the game where you can use an X-Wing hyperspeed into a destroyer. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was changing the game, changing the lore of Star Wars like that. And it made him look horrible.
There was no lore. He just did whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
He didn't care.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. And that's what I mean by
what you looking at?
Who is making all these accounts?
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Ryan is secretly in love with Baby Yoda, and it's a picture of me with Yoda's head on me.
I'm telling you, I was laughing so hard at some memes of Ryan on Instagram, bro. I was laughing hard. My wife was like, "What are you laughing at?" It's like nothing. Leave me alone.
Yeah, and like I think I'm green faced right there. That's green face. It's going to be a controversy for me.
How many people are in here?
135 people watching, guys.
Man, Ryan, you bringing the streams, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I have as many people watch my streams as I have watched my videos. It's really weird. But
either that or you found the Sunday market that nobody else is streaming at this time. So
hey, keepers of the force. That's all I got to say. Stay quiet.
That's true. Coming up. That's right. Ryan's got his own sandbox. Yeah. Sorry, Phil. I didn't mean to cut you off, buddy.
No, man, I was messing with Drunk. I like to mess with Drunk. That's my best buddy right there.
There's Bane, that's a good point. Lucas didn't direct episode 4 and 5. He was obviously right there though. But that is good job correcting me. That is true. But he clearly had the overall control of everything, which is what this trilogy needed, was someone to be in control, whether it's JJ or not. Even if JJ had been the one to be in charge of everything, which I don't like Force Awakens, I don't like JJ, it would be better than what we got with Force Awakens. I hated The Last Jedi. I hated Force Awakens.
I did too.
But I have a different perception of it than I think some other people.
You hate Force Awakens because you saw New Hope, didn't you?
I saw A New Hope, and I saw them ripping off parts of the expanded universe that they had told me that they wanted to forget about, right? That was a lot of why I was so upset. So that contributed to it. I thought it was really shallow, and it paled in comparison to some of the stories that I'm used to. So those were some of my reasons for disliking it so much. But even if he had been JJ the whole time, it would be a more cohesive story, and you wouldn't have a fandom menace, because there wasn't a fandom menace after The Force Awakens. There was a world-class bullshitters.
Now watch me be the mess starter. Drunk loves Force Awakens.
I did.
A lot of people do.
I did, but The Last Jedi ruined it for me. The Last Jedi ruined a lot of Star Wars for me, because it's hard to even watch like Empire Strikes Back and see where Luke ends up. Like it's aggravating. It's aggravating to see your heroes in the classic films, and this is my biggest fear. My biggest fear. Listen, I don't care. Like I'm hoping for 9. What I'm hoping for 9 is that they don't ruin Anakin's legacy. Like that's what I'm hoping for. I could.
Oh, he's coming back.
I don't care what. Rey could fly across planets. Whatever. Just do whatever. Just leave Anakin's legacy alone. And I think that they're gonna trash it. So Luke's legacy is trashed. Anakin's legacy probably trashed.
Yep.
I mean, who gives a crap? Like Princess Leia. I mean, they don't matter anymore. Whatever they did, Han Solo, all them, none of it matters anymore. And they just totally like burning them all up in this last adventure. You got freaking Poe Dameron flying the Falcon like he's the expert. You got freaking
Not
Rey.
Chewbacca.
You got who else was flying the Falcon in those? So you had Rey, Poe was flying it, and then Finn is back in the Falcon. It's just like it just doesn't fit, man. It just don't fit right.
Real quick, real fast. We haven't seen Hayden Christian in years. And all of a sudden, he pop up at Galaxy Edge. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Episode 9, here I come.
And listen, there was all the controversy because they immediately deleted it. Like somebody tweeted that out. And they immediately deleted it from the page, but everybody had seen it already. So then they put it back up later. Like they weren't trying to hide anything. So
I'm just saying, like, that's my only, like, I'm just hoping they don't smash up Anakin's. I don't care what they do. At this point, it's like, like I said, Rey could fly from planet. She could discover forced time travel.
Well, according to that trailer, she flying.
I'm just saying, like,
flying,
I don't even
like Jordan.
I just don't even care. Just don't wreck Anakin's legacy. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. I think they're going to crack it wide open.
Just the idea of JJ coming out and saying that we've planned all this kind of stuff. It's just such lies, man. And people can see, any reasonable person, I feel like, should be able to see straight through that. And when he says, I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense to have an episode 9 without Palpatine. Are you kidding me? Like, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. We were reading the leaks on EFAT, and I was reading through the Reddit comments, right? Of all the people, the top comments on it. And somebody goes, thank God this will finally give us closure about Palpatine. I was really worried about what would happen with him after episode 6. Like, wow. Nobody had any thought or interest in him coming back.
No,
bro, that's what I'm saying. Snoke was supposed to be our Emperor Palpatine. I would have accepted that. I wanted to know more about Snoke. How the freak was he so freaking powerful? But they just killed him. Bro, he was making Rey and Kylo Ren Skype. Force Skype, baby. I wanted to know, how did he get so strong like that?
I don't understand how that works. Yeah. I don't understand how that works either. Because you evidently get affected by the weather because your hand gets wet when it's raining, but you don't get affected when you get shot. So I don't really know. I don't think anyone knows how it works.
Bro, it had potential. Force Awakens had potential. But when Kylo Ren took off that freaking mask, the movie was over for me. Kylo Ren and Snoke could have been 2 dope villains. Now you have a weakling as a villain who's really her friend, and you have a big bad baddie who's gone. Now it's whack.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted to see Luke Skywalker as a Master Jedi on the big screen, and
true.
That's why I like The Force Awakens. That was it. Like
that was the only reason why we stayed there for Force Awakens. We wanted to see Luke.
That was me, man.
That was it.
I'm like checking the phone. When I first saw the film, I'm like checking my phone, my watch, because I'm like, is Luke gonna be in this? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And then we get him at the end, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, because now he's got his own film. I was sad that Han was killed. I think everybody and their grandmother knew it was coming. Like, I don't think that was a surprise that he was gonna die in that film. It would have been nice to see the 3 together, but
yeah, it's just, I don't want to spend too much time complaining about it because we've spent 2 years complaining about this stuff. But I do think that one of the reasons I started this channel, I talk about expanded universe, and I think one of the things we've seen from everyone's frustrations with Star Wars, with Disney, Lucasfilm, everything like that, is Fatal. I know Fatal's been reading a bunch more stuff. He's been reading Tales of the Jedi. He's been getting in the EU. Drunk, I know that you have been ordering books online because you want to read.
I plan on doing that as part of my channel after 9 is over. So I'm going to do that. What is it called again? The Legacy of
the Force?
Yeah, those 9 books. Yeah, I'm going to start with those, and I'll pop out a book a week, and then I'll do a review on it on the channel. And so, because I'm going to need something after this movie, I just know it. I know it's just gonna make because I know Luke is gonna be in it, and it's just gonna make me even angrier. Like,
bro, we got 3 weeks.
Yeah, not you guys. I think I'm seeing it. I think my friend's letting me see it Wednesday.
Man, what? This week?
No, not this week. But the guy like owns he manages.
Bro, I was about to get jealous like a bug.
Manages the movie theater, and so when they get the reels in, you know, they let me do that for Endgame. I got to see it basically like 8 hours before normal people did, but it was like at 2 a.m. I was exhausted, so I didn't even want to come back and do like a a review or anything.
Dang, John, you got hookups everywhere. I be hearing about you having hookups at Disney World. You got hookups if people need an AK-47. Man, do you know everybody? Jeez.
Yes, and the question is, am I still seeing Cats with Abu Nas? Yes, we are. We're going to watch it Friday and do a live stream review of Cats Friday night while everybody else is talking about the Rise of Skywalker. This is Ben, by the way. Ben's a good dude, man. He's a new creator that keeps super chatting you.
Oh, really? This is not going the way you think?
Yeah, he's a professional stuntman. Has worked with The Rock.
I've heard about that.
Yeah,
that's dope. Let me subscribe.
Yeah, he's a new YouTuber, but he created.
He did the video on your channel last week,
2 weeks ago, right?
Or two weeks ago. Okay.
He creates puppets and like the mechanics of like he does that for a job, like, so that's why there's like the Luke puppet in his avatar. He like builds them, like adds animatronics and stuff like that for Universal and other things like that. So it's pretty cool.
I've been called a puppet phobe today because of my dislike for Baby Yoda. So by another a puppet phobe. I got called that by Snow Dub. So who is probably sensitive to it. So
Ben, I just subbed, buddy.
Nice. But yeah, let me read that super chat. $10. Thank you so much, Ben. This is not going the way you think. Guys, check out that channel. Star Wars is in bad shape with Disney, but don't forget 97, Lucas gave us the special editions, and let's not rose coat the special editions are crap, but at least they told a cohesive story. Yeah, for sure. And they didn't really change too much. Obviously the Han shot first stuff, but as far as they added a little bits, they didn't really take away anything. So that's true. It was still a cohesive story. But
can I ask you a question?
Super chat.
Can I ask you, Ryan? Daniel Gonzalez says, Drunk, if you read NGO and Darkness before, it makes Legacy of the Force 10 times better.
Yes. But that's a lot of your life there.
They're really long.
New Jedi Order is a 19-book series. Dark Nest trilogy is 3 books, but obviously it's a trilogy. So yeah, you're looking at 22 books.
Whew.
But yes, that is true, though. I completely agree with Daniel. It was Daniel Gonzalez said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is Legacy of the Force is a emotional journey, man. If you know everything about those characters. So
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But you sold me on that the other day on my stream, man, when y'all were going, when you tell the whole story. That was sold, man.
Yeah, man, it's tough to condense.
I never read those. I'm surprised I never read those. I read I was reading the comic books. I like to read I read all the little add-in books that came out. Shadows of the Empire was one of my favorites. I love that book. I read Plagueis, and then there was a couple standalone adventures.
But Plagueis is new stuff, right?
No, Plagueis is old.
It came out in 2009 or 10, probably.
Bro, I read them old EU books when I was a little kid, 4th, 5th, 6th grade in the public library. Han Solo kids, the twins, and then they had a Wookiee. There was a Jedi.
Lobaka.
Yeah, I read about all them joints. They had a third kid too named Anakin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I read
Anakin
all them
Solo.
joints. I didn't even realize I was reading EU back then, bro.
I read Han Solo's Revenge. I read Dark, the one where Luke goes to the dark side to beat the Emperor again. Which one was that?
Dark Empire.
Red Dark Empire.
Dark Empire is something that pisses me off because not it specifically. The way that people reacted once the EU got thrown away, they're like, "Oh, thank God we don't have to deal with shit." Like, because then you had all these. All right, let me back it up for a second. One of the reasons that the Fandom Menace interested me so much, and one of the reasons I was looking for stuff like World Class Bullshitters, they're the first channel I found who were talking in the lead up to Last Jedi, was because I had gone through similar stuff to this a couple years before with the expanded universe, when you had all these lifelong fans who devoted tons of time and money and been incredibly invested in all these stories behind me. And they got rid of it. And we said, that's messed up. We complained. We said, why? Give us legends, give us more stories. Like, it does, even if you don't make it into the movies, at least keep continuing these stories for us. And they said, no, all these access media sites came out with all these articles like, these are all the reasons you should be glad the expanded universe is gone. And one of the things all of them said was Dark Empire and described the plot, in which there is a clone of Palpatine, and Palpatine has, after he was killed, he was able to transfer his Force essence into a clone body that he had prepared.
Yeah.
So, it took a while, and he built this little army up. And then he invaded, right? And he had these super weapons called World Devastators. Everything like from the leaks, right? They've clearly taken so much of this for this movie. But Luke, in order to infiltrate, pretends that he is Palpatine's apprentice, and he thinks that he's able to walk this line, but he goes too far, right? And he gets pulled over. In the end, he has to defeat the Emperor, and it wasn't something that ruined Anakin's legacy. What it did was it gave Luke that final opportunity to really prove himself as a Jedi, because he didn't do anything. He got beat he beat Vader, I suppose, and he turned away from the dark side, but the Emperor kicked his ass because he refused to fight. So that was like a final test for him. And it was done so completely differently than what they're doing here. So Dark Empire, when people bring that up, they were shitting on it 5 years ago, and now they're lapping it up because it's shill access media.
But do you think Hollywood will Lucasfilm, Disney, do you think they will humble themselves and start grabbing some of the EU stuff of the past? Or do you think they're too hard-headed to go there?
Listen, man, they're grabbing it now. Yeah, they are taking it. They're actively taking it and not giving credit where it's due. They're not going to like recanonize it or anything. And I don't expect them to. It's too far gone. I would hope that, like, I was part of this billboard project where we raised a bunch of money. We're putting up billboards outside Lucasfilm to ask for them to continue the storylines in Legends in the expanded universe as a separate timeline. So that's my biggest hope.
That's like, and that's why it bothers me is that I read the Aftermath before I knew Chuck Wendig was before he was stupid, because, I was so happy to see Luke. That's just how much I love this character. I was so happy to see Luke. Luke and Indiana Jones were like those were my people. And if they ruin Indiana Jones, I'm just gonna set it all on fire. And anyway, just a happy day. But after The Force Awakens, the Aftermath series was like me trying to get more of Luke Skywalker and what they're gonna do with him and things like that. Even though it really wasn't, but that's what I thought. So the books came out. The first one was really bad, but I just wanted more of Star Wars at the time, and so going through the trilogy. But you see them picking at that book like big time, which really makes me even more aggravated. So it's just weird. They're just picking out little plots here and there and just throwing them in, because Chuck Wendig is an idiot and who thinks Tolkien is a terrible writer. The things that come out of his mouth is like, the day he got fired was a victory.
He's a terrible person.
Real quick, Abu Nas super chat.
Yeah, I got a couple super chats. I'll get to Abu. I saw that one. Space Windu, $5. Special editions made Vader dumber. In them, he doesn't know Luke is his son until Emperor tells him. I guess that's true. OG movie has him no from the end of episode 4. That's true.
Bro, you know what shocked me though? I was watching the original, A New Hope. I did not know Jabba was actually a man in the beginning.
Oh yeah, that's why Han's like looking down at him, and he walks behind him, and they have to do like the levitation of his body.
He jump up,
yes, because he's walking over his tail.
But right? I really enjoyed the human Jabba over the alien.
Just some like Scottish dude, some fat Scottish dude.
Yeah.
TechCom for $2. Thank you. Mega Jetty here on my new Terminator lore channel. Wow, that's cool, Mega Jetty. TechCom.
I like that.
There it is. There it is. TechCom. I like that. That's cool. I'm not a huge
like
Terminator
something. That sounds like a result of something you shouldn't be doing.
TechCom.
I did a Mega Jetty.
Well, Mega Jetty is
that's messed up.
Yeah.
Hey, I like you, TechCom. Don't take that personally.
Look at this. Fatal J needs a parody account and hashtag cancel.
You see what happens when I hang around you long enough?
EU is trash. So thanks for making Fatal J a nice parody account, but fuck you though. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Why do I have to be involved?
Yeah, but I appreciate it.
I like it though.
He's like, F you, but I appreciate your money.
That's not my first parody account. I got another one.
He didn't give me money, but thanks for watching at least.
Oh, I thought it was a super chat. My bad.
It wasn't a super chat, but I thought it was funny. And then Abu Nas, my horseman bro with my Dark Council bros. Awesome.
Abu, yeah. I'm trying to get into the horseman, man. Let somebody know. I'm trying to get in, man. I'm a Zack Snyder fan for real.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, you're already in.
We got a pony for you, Fatal, right in the back.
Give me a space horse.
Albert Source channel. I've heard you. I've saw this a couple times. What about Clone Wars season 7? Listen, I like the Clone Wars better than I like the sequel trilogy. I think it. I'm not a huge Clone Wars guy. I did think it went better as it went on. But oh wait, are you talking about? Wait, Clone Wars season 8 is the one that's about to get released, right?
Yeah.
So what about Clone Wars season 7? Did I enjoy it? It was okay. I didn't like how they just randomly retconned more stuff and how they introduced Darth Bane, but not Darth Bane. Not a huge fan.
That was the one that just came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just released that on Netflix. Yeah, I agree. I was like, oh, it's cool, but what are they doing?
Yep.
So, Resistance is the worst, dude. I tried.
You actually watched that?
Yeah.
There's only like a couple people I know that have actually watched it.
I didn't watch all of them. I honestly was hoping to see like Rose Tico Mechanic and all that stuff. It's just
what the hell?
It's bad.
Puppet phobic Ryan Kinel wants a hand up Baby Yoda. Hello, everyone. What is that picture?
They make them joints fast too, bro.
It's Yoda with his hand up your butt, I guess. So you're like a puppet, like you're like a puppet.
Well, he should be my puppet.
What the freak? People got too much time on their hands.
Bro, that's kind of cool though. How fast they made that.
They make it fast. Like usually when somebody says something, I'm like, uh-oh. Like my mind triggers, and all I gotta do is turn on my Twitter, and someone's already got it set up. They already got my makeup channel set up on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw Dutch Kitty on Twitter, bro. That's funny.
So it was Micah. He made a makeup. Yeah. Anyway, let's not talk about it ever again.
You the one showed us the makeup light. That was your fault.
Look at this comment from John J. Peterson III. I like Fatal J, Drunk 3PO, but I don't know you, Ryan. Sorry.
So first of all, I want to say that the grammar is backwards. He's using like little letters to capital letters.
Yes, he has his caps lock on and doesn't realize.
Yeah, he has his caps lock on while he's typing.
That's funny.
So John J. Peterson, if I give you a helpful hint, check out your caps lock, bro. Will that make you like me? Maybe check out subscribing. Look at that. Okay, so now puppet phobic Ryan Kinel wants a hand up Baby Yoda. EU is trash, though. You all know it, like how you all know that the Snyder Cut does not exist.
That's lethal, man.
I don't know if it's lethal or not, but it's somebody. Hey, puppet phobic Ryan Kinel wants to hand up Baby Yoda's ass. Can you super chat me to see if it's Australian dollars, please? But boomer, everyone's boomering John J. Peterson. I heard this. Hammer says each episode of The Mandalorian is like a video game story. And I heard somebody say that.
Kind of a good description.
That's true though, because they working up to the big boss, which is gonna be what's his name? Esposito. Coquito.
What?
He's a dope actor. Put it like that. John Esposito, Carlos.
Oh yeah, the Moff or whatever.
Oh man, honestly, there's nothing against any of the actors. I don't have any problem with Daisy Ridley, John. I don't have any problem with the actors. Drunk has a makeup channel, and I'm not gonna say it's weird. What the? Your chat is just too much, man.
Proven 22x. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Marissa right here, she says the Snyder Cut is coming. Yes, it freaking is. We all know it is. And when it's coming, I will be coming. I can promise you that because I have been waiting far too long. I've been blue-balled far too long.
Dude, you need to make like a boats and hose video if they release it. You know.
So I actually have an idea about a video for something like that. Not for Snyder Cut, but for something else.
He's Australian. It's Lethal Lightning.
Bro, the Snyder Cut is just so much better, bro. It's just so much better. Look, I'm living proof. The ultimate edition, baby. Extended cut. Y'all think I'm not a poser? Fatal is not a poser. I'm a Snyder Cut. 300 is one of my top movies of all time. 300. Bro, when I seen that in the movies, I wanted to be a Spartan, bro. I ripped my shirt off. I was like, yeah.
You're using a marker to draw the abs on?
Yeah. And they kicked me out the movie theater.
Marissa, in response to be saying that when the Snyder Cut is coming, I will be coming, she says, me too. So I appreciate that.
Marissa's been, her comments have been awesome in the chat. She's like savage.
Yeah, I know.
Look at her latest comment.
God, Marissa, this is Josh Whedon is a hack that is a tiny dick.
Yeah, Josh Whedon is a hack, though, bro. I don't even understand what was the big deal
about
potty
mouth. I love girls with potty mouths.
What was always the deal with Josh Whedon? He's not dope.
What?
The only thing I known about him was Buffy.
He did Avengers.
Yeah, that's his only thing, though.
He was good. He was good in Avengers.
But Age of Ultron wasn't just hot. It was okay.
No, Age of Ultron was not really any good. I liked Avengers, right? Yeah. It was well built up to that. Humor is Marvel, right? The problem is when you bring Joss Whedon in and you tell him it's not all his fault, because when you bring him in, he's going to do that. He's going to try to make it Marvel light,
make it fun.
Yeah, and it was just absolute garbage. Batman, I'm definitely bleeding. Shut the fuck up. That is so stupid. Any idiot should know that's not something Batman would ever say. So why did that happen?
Yeah, they ruined it though. They took it from dark to light.
When I walked out of that theater, I was like, dang, they tried to make a Marvel movie. That's weak. I thought it was weak.
That's true. On Black Friday, I found I got a bunch of DVD or a bunch of Blu-rays for really cheap, and I'm gonna start doing like some giveaways and stuff. But I got six Blu-rays of what you were just holding up there, BVS Ultimate Edition for $4 a piece. I'm gonna be giving those away on the channel at some point. I have to figure out maybe how to do a giveaway, but we'll figure that out. But here it is. Ha ha ha.
Oh, he did Firefly too, Josh Whedon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I give him two.
Superman's face. Yes, it was. Oh, it's awful. I'm ready, and we can get into. I did put it on the thumbnail, so I guess we do, and in the description. So we need to talk about it. JJ Abrams is about to go over, and hey, Fatal, I know you got a place to be too, bro. So
he haven't sent me the link, so I'm gonna be right here.
Okay, so whenever that happens, you go and
the Majina waits to the very last second to send me the link.
Oh no, hold on a second. Black guys in a drunk show, right? They get the link 20 minutes per, like we start. And I always tell them, can y'all come in early so we can talk about stuff? Yeah, man, we're going to be there. 20 minutes per. I'm just chilling in the room. There's like 30 seconds left on the clock almost every Tuesday when one of them finally shows up. I'm like, you ready? We got to go live. Yeah, I'm ready.
And most of the time it's me.
Most of the time it's you. Wasn't last week, though.
Yeah,
I do it about
late.
15 minutes before. 15 minutes, boom, I put it out there. But that's pretty funny, though. So the DC universe is in flux right now, right? After what they did to Justice League, they've been kind of ignoring like the connectivity, right? They're just focusing on these single movies. Aquaman was a huge commercial success. Wonder Woman was a commercial and critical success. Joker has blown everybody away.
Yeah.
Shazam, even though I wasn't a big Shazam guy,
it was fun though.
Yeah, I'm fun though, and I think that that's fine. That is what people don't really understand about Zack Snyder's DCEU is that all this was like planned out. He planned to have characters be different. Wonder Woman feels like a different character. Aquaman feels like a different character because that's how they're met. Shazam, there's room for Shazam in this universe. It can't be every freaking character is funny like Shazam. You have to have some differences, at least in my mind. Now, JJ Abrams, after he's done with Star Wars, after he's wrecked Star Wars, after he's wrecked Star Trek, he is going and he signed several $100 million with Bad Robot or Bad Reboot, as a lot of people like to call it, and Warner Brothers. And it's expected he's going to take over the DCEU. Is anybody excited about that?
His hands won't be on Superman, right? Like when I say his hands, like he won't be the director of Superman.
But he might be all in it like Feige. He might be the Feige of DC.
See, that's what I was thinking. He was going to be the Feige of DC, but not actually directing. And I'll take that.
Hey, man, I don't know.
I would take that as long as he have a dope director that knows Superman, that loves Superman. You know, I'll take that. As long as he's not directing, man. All he do is
people are gonna hate me like no one's business. They're gonna hate me for. I like the Star Trek movies he did, but that's because I'm not a Trekkie.
Yeah.
Well, so, see, I'm a Trekkie, but I didn't like the first one. I enjoyed the second one, and I don't like the third one.
I like the first two. I didn't like the third one at all, but I'm not a Trek. I don't know any. All I know is Captain Kirk got to have sex with all the women he wanted to. He could beat anybody up, and he was like the smartest man in the room all the time. That's all I know about Star Trek. So he was like Captain Kirk was the dude, man. He was the guy. So when he rebooted it and I saw a young Captain Kirk like act that way, I was like, oh, this is cool. So I was just kind of like, yeah. And then when I spoke to Trekkies, you know, when I speak,
most Trekkies don't like it though.
Oh man, they were like, how
it's
did you
rough,
like that?
man.
It was like, and then they were like throwing facts in my face. I was like, oh,
I'm a different type of Trekkie though.
I didn't know all that stuff, man. I didn't know all that stuff.
I'm a different type of Trekkie. It was all right. It was all right. It wasn't nothing spectacular. You know, I understand what he was doing. He was just trying to bring in some new fans to the franchise. Just like with Last Jedi. That's what they did with Last Jedi. Exactly what they did with Last Jedi. They try to bring in a new audience. They try to bring a new audience, neglect the old audience, and it didn't work out for them. Just like Star Trek.
I don't even think they were trying to do that, Fatal J. I think Kathleen Kennedy, it's obvious Kathleen Kennedy has a thing for women being in charge, and which is not that it's a bad thing. Like, look, there was no complaining when Rogue One came out. There was no complaining. Look, who freaking complained when Sigourney Weaver beat up aliens? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Rogue One came out. No one complained that there was a woman.
Rogue One was dope. They did it right.
Even the Force Awakens,
all right.
You didn't like Rogue One?
I said it was all right. I had it's a direct ripoff of an EU story with a gender swap.
Right. What I'm saying is the Phantom Menace wasn't created because of Rogue One.
Right.
What happens is when we picked up Kathleen Kennedy was, if you see everything that she has taken over, everything that she's ever done, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but it's just kind of weird. Everything that she's done has somewhat of a white woman with brown hair. She's a white woman with brown hair. They all had the leads in all the movies. Even in the video games, there's a woman lead in the Battlefront 2 series. There's always a woman, even though I think she's Persian in the Battlefront 2, but dark hair. Kathleen Kennedy, dark hair. Where's the blondes? Where's the blonde hair representation, Kathleen Kennedy? But I'm just saying, you look at all the movies, Rogue One, white girl with brown hair, Rey, white girl with brown hair, Battlefront 2, sort of dark skin, brown hair. This is the narrative that she wanted to push. You get what I'm saying?
I have to put out there really quick. I've had this comment up. This is a new parody account. Joss Whedon is a hack with a tiny dick. He says, fuck you. So these are coming so fast. But as far, real quick, super chat from Orville Nation, $5. Thank you, brother. Every time I see your name, Ryan, RK Outpost, I think of the old RKO pictures. There's some marketing potential. So I think of RKO, Randy Orton.
That's what I was right about to say that. Ryan, when I first
nowhere.
met you, bro, I was thinking of the RKO. That's the move, ain't it?
Yeah.
And all that is the Stone Cold Steve Austin move. That's all the RKO is, right?
Well, just instead of instead of like a stunner coming down on you like that, it's like he's level with the ground. He's like horizontal to the ground, and you bash his face against the ground instead of against like your shoulder.
Who was the originator of that move, though? Diamond Dallas Page, baby. Let me throw up the rock.
Yeah, that's the Diamond Dallas Page move. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Throwing up the diamond. Look at that.
And see, Jay-Z, remember Jay-Z used to throw that up. He don't throw that up because Diamond Dallas Page sued him and won. He don't throw that up no more. Diamond Dallas Page, baby.
Look at that. I see Fatal's holding that diamond real close to his mouth. Trying to send a message there, I think. Trying to send a message. But as far as somebody said we were talking about, you said that, Fatal. You said Jar Jar is not gonna JJ is not gonna have his hands on Superman.
Jar.
And he has directly said that he wants to be involved in a Man of Steel, like maybe Man of Steel 2, maybe a new Man of Steel movie. He is going to be completely involved in it.
And that's the thing about DC. DC been killing it lately, Ryan, with these movies. But the cheat code for DC to really take over is to get Superman and Batman right. And if JJ Abrams is directly dealing with Superman, I don't know, bro. I don't know, especially if they ain't talking about
Star Wars trailer on the Sunday Night Football game.
God, every
nothing that we haven't seen, just mixed up a little different.
They're dropping literally
because they scared.
two or three teasers or TV spots a day. It's absolutely insane, man. I can't believe it.
Remember we got the final trailer.
Yeah, that's true.
It was supposed to be the final trailer, and they probably had a group going. They didn't like it. All right, put some more stuff together.
Yeah, it's so weird. And yeah, look who they picked for Batman. Listen, I had hope. I want Pattinson to do well.
I got hope. This one gonna be dope, Ryan.
But everything I've heard, everything I keep hearing about it, I'm getting worried for it. I'll just
Robert
say that.
Pattinson. Fatal J said it here first. Robert Pattinson is going to kill it. Yes, he is. I'm putting my whole thing on the line. Robert Pattinson is going to be super dope, and the cast is looking dope.
We'll see. I hope so. I don't like that they intentionally wanted to find a man of color to play Jim Gordon. Like, why would you go actively searching for a person of color to do that?
Yeah, but they picked the best though. That dude is a heck of an actor. The dude from what's that show on HBO when they robots? That's a cold show. That's a cold. Dang, how could I forget? That's like the #1 show on HBO right now. Westworld.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he been acting way before that in dope movies.
Well, and then Mason W. Michael B. Jordan is # not my Clark Kent. And
yes, I agree with that.
But
I agree with that.
So I agree. I wouldn't want to play Clark Kent. However, there's actually an interview with Michael B. Jordan that he did a while ago when all this rumors first came up before the new rumor. And he said, I've loved what he said. He was there on Oprah, and he was talking about how tough it would be to go and take that role. And somebody said was, I don't know if I really want to be, Clark Kent. I don't think that's something that would interest me. I'd really like to be Calvin Ellis, who Calvin Ellis is Black Superman from another Earth, right? Because you have the DC multiverse. So there are other Earths where their Superman is Black, is African American, or whatever. So he said that's who he would want to play. So I was like, man, that's pretty cool. Now, are they going to green light an alternate universe Superman right now? I don't know. If they're going to do it, I don't know if it'd be a full big feature film with Michael B. Jordan. I could see them doing that as like a CW show or something like that. But
bro, and
we'll
plus
see.
you already got a Black Superman that he could use. A character called Steel during the death of Superman when all those Supermans popped up. Now,
Yeah.
Shaq back in the day came out with Steel, and I can honestly say with all of my heart, that was the worst superhero movie I ever experienced in my life. But if they do it right, I could see Michael B. Jordan doing Steel.
Fatal. When you say I'm gonna put my word on the line, and then you come out with a statement like that, they don't. No one cares about your word at that point,
bro.
that doesn't even do the Shaquille O'Neal Steel film is not even a superhero film like that. What are you talking about, man?
It is supposed to be a superhero film, drunk.
It was.
It's supposed to be a superhero film, Ryan. Doesn't it supposed to be a superhero film?
I don't know. I saw that like once a long time. I would have to rewatch it to tell you.
Bro, you don't want to rewatch that. Trust me.
Oh, no, I don't want to.
Please.
Is it on DC Universe?
I don't know what they were smoking when they came out with that movie.
There's no way that's on the DC Universe.
I don't know.
They tried to erase that movie from existence.
It's like the holiday special. You just can't find it.
It's awful.
Yeah, Mason W, Young Rippa. Yeah, Eric July has been doing a lot of videos about race swapping. Yeah, I agree. He did one thing where, God, it was like it because he did a video about this, about if Michael B. Jordan came and was Clark Kent, and he had a comment on his video that was like, it doesn't even make any sense for him to be a farmer. Like, how many white people are farmers? It would make more sense. Like, it would make more sense for it to be a person of color working in the fields. And he's just like, I guess you can't be white and be a farmer. And it was just like the most ridiculous thing. Because I would imagine, I guess I haven't looked at the demographics, but of the 2% of Americans or less than that now that are farmers, I would assume a lot of them are actually probably white, just based on the population of America. But who knows?
Yeah, someone said that Dolph Lundgren Punisher. Now, when it comes to comic books, Punisher was my number one. Like I can talk Punisher all day, but he's not part of the DCU.
But bro,
they haven't done a decent Punisher movie.
But I guess he's saying like the worst movies, like superhero movie, ain't nothing beating Steel. Nothing is beating Steel. Trust me.
I'm trying to think if there's some pretty bad.
No,
ones.
Shaq acting was baby level. That's how horrible it was.
If you go way back to like the 80s Captain America film, that was pretty bad.
You know what was a dope comic book movie back in the day in the 80s? Flash Gordon. That movie can still hold up to this day.
That movie was weird, man. Like there was a time frame where people were making movies while they were on drugs. That's the only thing I could think of.
Well, they did it right with that movie.
Flash Gordon.
Yeah, that movie still holds up.
They modeled like Star Wars after was Flash Gordon. Did you know that?
I'm telling you, Flash Gordon is dope as a movie. And then you had Queen do the soundtrack. Man, you can't beat that. Space Wars and Queen. It's a bad mix right there, man.
Yellow Flash had that intro for forever, just the Flash. Yeah. And he's a
different universe.
Doom, 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 doom. But they took that away. The copyright struck it now. You can't use it anymore, which is sad. But
I have all the Punisher comic books, man. I got like
really.
I do collect. Yeah, like that was I love that.
Yeah, Punisher is dope.
Can't get a good the was it the 89? Tommy Zane,
bro.
His Punisher was okay, but
one of the dopest Sega Genesis games back in the day was Punisher. To beat 'em up, you ever play that?
Dude, that game came out with like it was on the news of how violent and like it was like it was groundbreakingly mature, or like they didn't even want to sell it to kids 18. They wanted to sell it to 21-year-olds. The game was so violently
drunk. You not lying, because I remember
a gangster over a swimming pool that he put a shark in, and he's like, tell me the information. The shark like rips off the guy's arm. He's like, tell me the information. And then you have an option. You could save his life or just kill him. Like it was awful.
I can remember I was in the 4th grade playing that game. And my mama walked in the room and she seen all that shooting, because he literally has a gun and he's shooting at people. My mom said that game is kind of violent. I don't know if I should be letting you play this. But you're having fun and you're safe, so I'm gonna let you keep playing. And she closed the door. That game was dope.
Wow. We have a new one, and someone's got a lot of emails and a lot of accounts they're gonna have to.
Oh yes, Drunk 3PO's makeup channel. But my problem is it needs like, wait, it has lipstick, doesn't it? Never mind, it has lipstick. That's what I was gonna say it needed. But you are already on top of it.
How do you guys work so fast?
That's what I mean. It takes me like a half hour to make a freaking thumbnail for a video. And these people are just making these accounts, getting these pictures all good. They're meme lords.
Hey, I got to go, guys.
No problem.
Okay, no problem,
hey,
Fatal.
Can I plug? Can I plug?
You can plug away, and I will. Okay. I'll drop links to what you guys are doing when we're done here too. So
thank you. After this magnificent, awesome live stream that I'm glad that my friend let me be on tonight, come check out the Marginized channel, Keepers of the Force, where we will be talking about straight Star Wars and nothing else. Ryan, thank you for having me. Drunk, we talk every day, so I'm not going to say goodbye to you. Thank you all for having me. Y'all have an awesome night.
All right, have a good one, brother. Thanks for coming on. Make sure to check out Fatal J. Mary's dropping links in the chat. So thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Ninja, vanish.
Mary, Miss started this. Miss said that she wanted to start drunk parodies on her live stream. I don't know why, but she then eventually she wanted the Jeremy parodies and the drunk parodies to have like a war. And Leia was going to decide, Leia the dog was going to decide whose side she's going to lead into battle.
But Leia has been after me because of the whole Baby Yoda stuff. But I think Leia just kind of gave up because she realized that she wasn't getting as much traction as I was. When I tweet about like, the crosshairs on Baby Yoda could have been a good ending. I thought that was pretty good.
Leia's vicious though, man.
She is. She will not stop tagging me and stuff about.
Will not stop.
But that's all right because if it only gets 30 likes or whatever, it's not really going to bug me too much. So she needs to step up her game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Leia. John J. Peterson says they fly now. Yes,
that's my favorite quote from Star Wars ever.
That's something that's so frustrating to me on multiple levels. The fact that they have that they did this, they fly now, they fly now, they fly now. This little humor stuff is irritating.
I can get C-3PO saying it.
Yes, exactly.
Then that's it. C-3PO, that's just who he is as a person. Yes.
Finn, I don't know whether Finn was a stormtrooper, whether he was a janitor, whether he was actually both, right? It doesn't make any sense for a janitor to be going on shock troop missions as a stormtrooper. I'm just saying. But he should know that, probably. But I can also see if maybe he just hadn't seen it before. He's just that dumb. He's down sweeping or mopping. Okay, maybe he didn't see everything that they had. But Poe, in their comic books, they got rid of the expanded universe because they didn't want to have to follow this convoluted canon, these convoluted stories. They thought they'd miss stuff, so they got rid of it, start from scratch so they could easily follow canon. And in Poe Dameron's comic books, jetpack troopers appear multiple times. and you're telling me that you're going to go and do that. What is your story group for? What is Pablo Hidalgo for? Why do you have a story group if not to consult on these things? Like, I don't understand. What are they doing? Are they just looking at stuff that comes across their desk, or are they actually involved in crafting a story?
I don't know. I saw that, and you're just kind of like, I don't know. I have like every trailer that they dropped. I always recorded. Like, I did my trailer reactions are pretty simple. Like, I don't show my face. I just kind of cut it up and just get it out there. Nothing major, but I've recorded myself watching every of these new trailers. And I'm thinking about putting my reaction because they're all like, what the freak? What is that? Like, what? Like, the whole thing. I didn't release it yet, but I could like make a collection of, oh, Jack is back. My friend Jack.
Jack is back.
Finn can, like, oh my goodness.
Bringing down the views. Hey, man, we've been doing pretty solid. You have
Finn on Twitter now, like putting out that little video about shipping with Poe.
Yeah, I saw that. That was weird. I like what Boyega's been doing lately. I'll say that.
I think he was taking a flick at him. That's what I think. Maybe.
Matt's asking, where's my robe? Have you no Christmas spirit? It's December freaking 1st. Listen, it's too hot to wear the stupid robe sometimes. Yeah. The robes are not a Sunday stream thing. They are a middle of the night stream thing. Sunday streams are for, good, wholesome stuff. Not taking my shirt off. Author Stephen Walton says this chat just got real gaze, and that is because Red Gaze is in the chat right there. So, that's awesome. But so I think we're probably going to get wrapping up here soon. There are two things. Don't just all disappear. There's two places that I want to direct you guys to go today when we're done.
And I have an announcement too.
You do? Well, let's let Drunk make an announcement right here.
So
I have the makeup channel.
No. You can go to my channel if you like. That'd be great. I have a goal in December. I'm gonna try to get Mike Zero on a live stream. I'm being as serious as I possibly. Oh, there it is. I'm being as serious as I possibly can be.
I'm a mind reader.
So if you guys could do me a favor in the chat, I'm gonna ask every live stream I ever do. You don't have to subscribe to Mike Zero, but would you guys mind going and in his comment section, just saying in the comment section, do a live stream with Drunk 3PO. That's all I need. Don't spam it all over the place. I don't want anyone to get in trouble. Just a nice little comment when he drops a video. If you're around, if you're available, if you feel like doing that. I'm going to be doing that on every single video he drops, which is like every hour on the hour, because I don't know any other way to contact him. I spent like 20 minutes trying to find like a contact for him.
He's got a Facebook page.
I know,
but he doesn't really interact with it at all.
Yeah, he doesn't comment on. I went to the Facebook page. He doesn't comment to anyone.
I know. I've tried myself. So.
I'm gonna push it, man. I'm gonna push it hard for the whole. I'm gonna push it all the way to December 31st. If he still doesn't answer, I'm shutting it out. So
there you go.
Shutting it out. He's got to notice it, man. If enough people say stuff, he's got to at least tell me no. At least say thanks for the offer, but no. I'm good to go, man. I'll stop. But that's all.
All right. So, John, I want to thank you for coming on, man. It was a little short notice, but you really wanted to come on, and it's awesome having you. I don't have you on here enough, probably. So,
thank you so much.
We'll be doing it more. We had a great discussion.
It was good. And we could probably keep going on certain things.
Oh, we definitely could. But there's a couple more people streaming, and I want to make sure that they get the attention they deserve too. So there's two things going on right now, and I'll link them both after I say it. So we have Damajani and Fatal J. They're doing it on Damajani's channel right now, Keepers of the Force. I'll put a link to that. And then also Mark the Cyborg. So the guy who does these incredible reviews on Geeks and Gamers. Right now, him, Darth Barbie, Jeremy, and Odin are playing Super Smash Brothers on his channel right now. So you can go watch Jeremy get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Mary says I never have her on. Well, I haven't had you on in a while, Mary. So I do need to get you on pretty soon. So that's true. But thank you all for being here right now. I'm going to drop those links as soon as I say bye to you, basically, so that you can go right there. But I appreciate you guys watching. I can't believe how many people we had in chat. It's been incredible. And you guys are the freaking best. So let me link. We'll see where you guys want to go. Here comes. Mary's already got it, of course. I'm dropping Demogeny and Fatal right. We'll drop the other one, Mary. Mary just dropped Demogeny and Fatal. I will drop Mark the Cyborg, if I can get to it before she can. Mark the Cyborg. Here's their stream. Ah, dang it. She already got it. I just freaking suck at this. Of course she got them both because Mary's an expert mod. Oh, by the way, listen, I'm going to say this right now. Mary just hit 5,000 freaking subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. She's grown maybe like 4,000 subs in the past, like, what do you say, month and a half?
If
drunk,
probably less than that. Yeah, I mean, it's just she's gonna pass me in December, easy. If it keeps going like that, she'll pass like no problem.
I think so. But guys, we're gonna get out of here. Mary's awesome, but go check out those links again. I will drop Mark the Cyborg. Oh, and good Tom King. Right at the end. Good night, everyone. Great stream, Ryan, Jay, and Fatal. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you. Mark the Cyborgs in chat and Demogeny. Boom. Here's Demogeny and Fatal. Boom. There you go. Hope everyone has a great night. Thanks for being here. I love and appreciate you all, and we will talk to you later.